This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome to Hightower Stadium, Altus, Oklahoma, site of this district battle between the Macarthur Highlanders and the Altus Bulldogs. And get ready to week number 5. Unfortunately for football fans, week number 5 means we're halfway through the regular season. And so basically, you've got a half of a season to work with. And so week 5 is kind of special because you've got your work in of kind of where you are in your setup when you get into district play. And then from there, it gets real. And the pecking order is going to start in a lot of district matchups, including those in the network. In Class 5A, we'll start with Del City and McAllister. That game will kick off at 7 o'clock. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that matchup. Also in 4A, a big one between Newcastle and Blanchard. We'll keep an eye up on that one as well. So you've got several that you're going to be in tune to with the network. We've got so many games on for you tonight, and we're excited to bring it to you. Jay, it's an exciting night of football when you get our first road test in about a month, because we have not been on the road. This is the first true road test where we left the city limits.
That's kind of different, isn't it? I mean, this is the first time that we've been able to be away, and Altus always has a beautiful field, don't they, with the grass they have here, and old-time stadium, but, man, it's got a lot of history. I played football here, and that tells you how long ago that was.
There was always a mystique, too, that they purposefully let the grass go a little higher when they had running teams, knowing that you'd have to come through that as much as you could. So, but that's not really the case now. It's very well groomed, manicured, and we are set to play district football as our countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College will begin. Forget what you know about community college and join a college community with small class sizes, affordable tuition, and online face-to-face blended formats. Western Oklahoma State College has something for everyone. For more information, visit WOSC.edu or call 580-477-2000. Become part of the Pioneer family today. Our countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College will continue at Hightower Stadium here, home of the Altus Bulldogs, right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Here at Classic Loudon Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot, we'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle, top dollar for your trade, and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
All right, welcome back to Hightower Stadium, home of the Altus Bulldogs and home of district action week number 2, where we're halfway through the season with week number 5 after your 3 non-district games. We've already had our bye week, and we're back in full motion as our countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College continues. Visit us at wosc.edu or give them a call, 580-477-2000. Let's give you your keys to the game. Keys to the game is brought to you by Wade's Driving School. The Wade family has over 60 years of combined experience and our clear choice for drivers training in Southwest Oklahoma. Call 580-678-3388. Get training started today with Wade's. We'll start with you, Jay Burke. Keys to the game for the Macarthur Highlanders.
Well, you got to play a good first half. You got to get out fast and get out early, and the offense needs to really come out and play a good first half. Defensively, we've been playing really good games totally. I'd like to see the offense come out and be able to run the football. That's important, to tackle, running the football, not just having to run sideline to sideline. But I can guarantee you that Coach is going to try to spread the ball all over the field here today because we've got some wind here today too, so we've got to remember that. It's a pretty strong wind coming across the field. So, but I assume that MacArthur's going to come out and try to start fast.
I think you want to start fast. That's one of my keys to the game because last week we looked a little flat. You're on the road. You want to be able to take the crowd out. You want to make sure, and maybe this is a broken record for me every week. It's one of my keys always, whether you're coaching at any level, is not only ball control, but you control yourself with penalties and turnovers. So make sure that we're wrapping up. When it comes to the ball security, we're making sure that everything is where it's aligned to be, and then you eliminate the penalties as well. So the MacArthur Highlanders, they storm off the field after a little brief warm-ups with their white jerseys and their gold helmets and gold pants. And your keys to the game brought to you by Wade's Driving School, and our countdown to kickoff from Western Oklahoma State College will continue. We've got coaches' comments about this matchup and Week 5 coming up right after this as you're listening and watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
College is about more than just a degree. It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
to connect with others,
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Scooters Coffee, world-class coffee rooted in quality, with 2 locations to serve you in Lawton and Elgin. Wake up to the amazing aroma of quality, from their hot and iced drinks to blenders, smoothies, teas, to even their great food delights. Or why not try their at-home coffees or coffee on the go? Locally owned and operated, Scooters in Lawton and Elgin. Scooters, rooted in quality.
Well, it's time for our coaches show and the breakdown of what we saw last week and then heading into this week. First things first, let's talk a little bit of the Duncan Demon game and what you came away with.
Yeah, we knew kind of that Duncan was going to come out and play hard, and, they kind of a renewed sense of, first game of district, everything that happened before then doesn't matter, and we knew they'd come out and play hard, and they did, and they had some guys get healthy that weren't playing the previous few weeks, and they did some good things. Matt Terry's a good coach, and they made some good adjustments, and again, I was proud of our kids and how we played and the effort we gave, and we did some really good things too.
I don't know if this is a correct statement or not. Coming off of the bye week, we seemed to be a little flat when we came out. I mean, it's like what we're used to seeing, I'll just say. And then by the second half, we got that back. Was there anything to that, or just the game itself, or we come away with any of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they did made a few adjustments offensively, did some stuff that we hadn't seen them do, and they were given a short field several times. One of them was my fault, going for it probably when I shouldn't have, but they had a block punt, and a mistake by us that we allowed that to happen, and and a fumble, and so they in the fourth quarter they finally had a drive that went the majority of the field. The 3 scores, the 2 from the first half and 1 in the third quarter, were all pretty short fields. So, I don't think it was necessarily a matter of us not playing well or being down, but it's a combination of they made a few adjustments and were given some pretty good opportunities.
Well, for the strangest thing to say, our first road game, and after a month of games of playing 4 games last year, we were constantly on the road. We started off with John Marshall and then just kind of went from there. We are technically one of the away teams for one of the city matchups, but, we didn't have to go outside the city limits. First road test on the road to Altus. Not typically you and I have had these conversations. Well, we're going to see the flex bone. We're going to see that. And Jeremy Reed comes back after winning them a state title in 2015. He goes, and then he comes back. And he brings kind of a little of a different style. So what do we expect for Friday's game?
Well, I think, they're similar to Duncan in the fact that they have some athletes. They're better than they've been these last several years. And, I've known Jeremy for a long time, and he does a good job. And they're going to continue to get better and better. I think that they're going to come out and play hard, and we're going to have to go there. Altus is always a tough place to play, and it doesn't really matter, if they're down or not, they tend to play a lot better at home. So we're going to have to go and be ready to play a tough game.
How are we health-wise heading into this week?
We're a little banged up. We've got a couple running backs, Jeremy and Marquise are they're practicing, but got a bruise on a knee and a little twisted ankle. But I expect both of them to play and should be okay.
And who has the rights of carrying out the hammer for this week?
Xavier Booth. He's just he has been amazing. We switched his spot from corner to that outside backer nickel type player, and it's so far it looks like one of the best position changes that we've ever made. He's such a problem on the edge for defenses, but he's also you don't see it a lot, but he's also he's a former secondary guy, so he's really good at dropping back and playing coverage too. So he's done a very good job and had a couple of really good hits on some sacks last week.
Well, maybe he wasn't ready at the time, but I'm sure I didn't talk to Coach Reffett about this. I said, man, you're probably kicking yourself. Why didn't we do this sooner a couple of years ago?
Yeah, he's, just having that quickness that he does is, when you match a guy like him up against an offensive tackle who, is used to some bigger defensive end type guys, bigger edge rushers, and not somebody with the speed that Xavier has. It's tough on those big guys, and he's I'm not sure. I think he's over 8 sacks already for the season, and he's just tons of tackles for loss. He's very good at that spot. I think we found what he can do really, really well.
And sad that it's week 5. That means we're halfway through this season already.
The halfway mark. It goes by fast.
It does, and we're going to enjoy it on the road. Altus Bulldogs, and the Macarthur Highlanders. It's up next as our countdown to kickoff continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region, and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Let's go!
Guys, the toilet's clogged! Stop again! Oh, that's gross.
Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and use the toilet in no time.
Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today. When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs.
Yeah!
Woo!
We're your plumbing MVP.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat. with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
The Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge Number 98, and the Lawton Police Officers Association, proudly serving the Lawton community and all of his athletics. Welcome back to Hightower Stadium, home of the Altus Bulldogs, and this district matchup between your Macarthur Highlanders and the Altus Bulldogs as their countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College continues at WOSC.edu. You can call 477-2000 and become part of the Pioneer family today. They're about ready to set to do the national anthem, but let's give you your starting lineups for tonight, brought to you by Krista Miller CPA. Krista Miller CPA, certified public accountant in Lawton for personal or business accounting and tax preparations. I hate to remind you that tax season will be here before you know it at the closeout of the year. 1104 Southwest B Avenue, phone 580-581-0970. Let's give you your starting lineups for the Macarthur Highlanders. We'll start on the offense, and we'll start off with sophomore quarterback. He's really played well this last couple of weeks, is Avion Lachlan. He's a 6-foot, 180-pound sophomore quarterback. Then he's going to hand the ball off to Jeremy Hutchinson. He's going to tote the rock quite a bit tonight. We hope to see that here, a 6-foot, 215-pound senior. Then we'll see this man go on both sides of the ball. He likes to hit, also likes to deliver a hit, is Trey Kibble. Then on the receiving core, you have Bo DeLong, number 17, 5'9", 165-pound wide receiver. And then on the other side, you'll have something that's been a go-to sophomore-to-sophomore connection. Had 2 touchdowns last week. Josh Rushing, 195 pounds. He'll play both sides of the ball. Dominique Collins, number 1, 5'9", 160-pound, and he will bring a load when it comes to defense. Then we'll go on the offensive starting line. Joe Warner, 57, 6'1", 240 pounds. He's got a size 14 shoe, too, and he's got some green shoes you want to take a look at. Jeremy Fields, 6 foot, 230 pounds, wearing number 53. And then number 68, we've also got Avery Hartney at 5'11", 255 pounds, offensive lineman. And then number 67, we'll get into the tackles, Jordan McCoy, 6 foot, 235 pounds. And then, of course, on the other side, you're going to have a Fialoa. Remember his brother, TJ. This is Chris Fialoa, 6 foot, 225 pounds, under the direction of head coach Brett Manning. Then we'll go over to the defensive side of the ball for your starting defense for the Macarthur Highlanders, and we'll start off with Marquise Casper, 5'11", 225 pounds, and we'll start in that interior lineman. And of course, when you're going to say Trey Kibble, he's going to bring a load too, 5'11", 220 pounds. He's one of 2 guys that will play both ways. Xavier Hill, wearing number 51, 5'8", 260 pounds. And then we have our linebacking core. Braden Brown, he also does punting duty. He's senior at 5'11", 195 pounds. He was one of our guests for the coaches show this last week. Xavier Booth, 5'10", 175 pounds. Coach just talked about it, how he brought him from the secondary, and he's in the position where he really can thrive. Matthew Steele, wearing number 32, 6'2", 175 pounds. And then Mr. Caldwell, Jake Caldwell, 5'9", 180 pounds, inside linebacker. And then you also have A.J. Vaughn, wearing lucky number 13. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds, like the smile there. And then also wearing number 12 is Trey Williams on the back end with our secondary, 6'1", 190 pounds in the secondary. And then we've seen him all over the field, offense, defense. He wears number 1, Dominic Collins, 5'9", 160 pounds. And then followed up on the other end, Adam Austin, who's really starting to come along now in this season. He's a tall frame, 6'3", 195 pounds, under the direction of defensive coordinator Mike Reffett. So we are here at Hightower Stadium as the band is playing the fight song after the national anthem. We've got 5:51. Guess what? We've got the coin toss and tonight's kickoff coming up right after this. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
All right, welcome back to Hightower Stadium. We'll go down to midfield for our coin toss. Rich Frederick has the live mic there for our official. And our coin toss is brought to you by Hop & Sack, proud to be locally owned convenience store in Lawton, Oklahoma. Since establishing in 1994, they've been proud to serve our local communities. Drop on by anytime. We'd love to see you. Number 2 Southeast 45th Street, right across from Macarthur High School, near MAC headquarters, Hop & Sack.
All right, we don't expect any problems, so let's...
So he's going to go through these little bit of explanations about what to expect in games like this. You know, I mean, as far as what kind of sportsmanship you're going to bring. You're going to play until the whistle. Tails is the call, and we'll see what it indeed will be. So Altus won the coin toss. We heard that.
Hang tight, guys.
Hang tight, we're going to say. So they are going to – thank you, Richard. Got that Altus has won the coin toss, looking to defer, and now we'll switch ends over. Xavier Booth and Mr. Caldwell will show that they will be receiving to take the ball here in about 2 minutes. So we're going to take our final timeout and be ready for kickoff coming up right after this. Big Mac football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
All right, back here at Hightower Stadium, welcome aboard, which we expect to have a great district on-the-road match between your Macarthur Highlanders and the Altus Bulldogs. Macarthur, after they came storming out of the sideline, walk gingerly back to the sidelines with their gold pants, black stripe down the side, white jerseys with dark numbers, and the Altus Bulldogs in their home blues with white numbers. And guess what? For older guys like you and I, Jay, numbers are going to be pretty easy to find tonight.
Yep, it's going to look good.
I like that.
I was already checking it out.
So our first quarter sponsor is brought to you by Pam and Barry at RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam and Barry. They're not bragging. They're just applying for a job. Call 248-8800, Pam and Barry with RE/MAX. Your first quarter sponsor here, Hightower Stadium, Altus Bulldogs. And I'll tell you what, they've got a lot to prove. So, to themselves, Jeremy Reed, we talked about storied tradition of bringing that back. If you wanted the flags that came out said family, that's what they had on the back of their jersey. They don't have names now, but back then when they won in 2015, all it said was family. So he's bringing that kind of atmosphere back, trying to bring the program back. They welcome him back with great arms, and you couldn't ask for better weather. We've not really football weather yet, Jay, but we're not at 105 degrees. We're not kicking off at 8 o'clock. There's a nice little gentle breeze here in the western part of the state. And the Altus Bulldogs, who won the coin toss, elected to defer, so they will get the ball starting the second half, and they will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, and they're going to go to the near hash to kick this one off to the Highlanders. Tyler Davenport set to kick off for the Bulldogs, and that is going to be straight and hit the ground and roll into the end zone for a touchback. Dominic Collins lets that roll in, so the Highlanders will start 1st and 10 right outside their own 20.
All right, let's get going now. We want to start out fast. I really hope that we can run the football tonight. That's really important for us.
Well, we also got Rich Frederick on the sideline for us tonight. Rich, what was the sideline like heading up for this game?
Anything you would expect from a high school football game. A good district match right down the road. Highlander fans are pretty excited. Cheerleaders going, the band's rolling, and the players came out absolutely electric. So,
all right, we're waiting for that
energy,
and let's see what they can come up with. Sophomore quarterback gets the start with Lachlan. Going to be a fake handoff, back to pass, back to throw, a little high and away. And that's almost incomplete. And I'll tell you, Josh Rushing kind of looks back at Lachlan and said, what was that? So a little 1st and 10, get a big throw, and then maybe we'll get a good dose of handing the ball off to maybe Hutchinson coming up. Two receivers here on the low end of the screen. It is Hutchinson, goes to the far corner off tackle, then comes up to about the 25-yard line. And so you pick up about 5 or 6 on your first carry. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, hit the hole hard. They only got 3 down linemen.
They're going to go quick with a no-huddle offense, as the Highlanders normally do. Fake handoff, and then it's going to be a throw to Bo DeLong, and that's going to be incomplete. So a 3 and out. So the Highlanders try to go with a deep pass, then get the 5-yard run, and then incomplete pass for play number 3. And so it's a 4th down punting situation, and Braden Brown will stand back at his own 15-yard line. Set to return for the Altus Bulldogs is Colton Gillespie. He's a 162-pound 5'8" junior. It's Braden Brown will get the motion. We wanted to start out fast, too, didn't we, Jay? And it didn't really come to fruition. Kind of a dud, and it's going to roll back where we're going to cover up at the 40-yard line. So maybe, what is that, a 25-yard punt?
Yeah,
so you're going to give.
That was bad.
Yeah, so you kind of did a thud there, and you could kind of hear it from up here. And so as they go 3 and out, the Highlanders give the ball inside their own territory to the Altus Bulldogs, right outside their own right outside the Macarthur 40-yard line. So decent field position for the Bulldogs on their first series. So Garrett Gribble at 5'10", junior, in at quarterback. And it's going to be a design quarterback run. He'll go to the near side and get stacked up after a gain of a couple. Gets down to about the 38-yard line.
Defense is going to have to get really stiffened up here. Make sure you hold them here because that had a really bad first series there.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with the pass, and usually, I think you were trying to see what the defense was kind of in, because usually we'll hand the ball off to kind of get things rhythm, and we did that second play, but then another inerrant pass to make it 2 incompletions and a punt. 2 receivers split on the far side, and it's going to be a little screen off to the far side. Gain of a couple more, but that's going to bring up about a 3rd down and long.
Pretty good coverage out there, and it's just a screen coming back to the middle, but Macarthur didn't ever let it develop, really. So 3rd down about at 7 or 8.
Camden Lane, the intended receiver, sophomore, and this is a defense that when they really get started, really swarms to the ball. So we'll see what coach draws up on a 3rd down and long. Straight back to pass, looking downfield, screen, it's tipped up, and then it's almost intercepted. And it is into the second hands. The first guy tipped to the second. And the Highlanders get the first turnover of the ball game, gets it up to about the 48-yard line. Look at that again.
Tipped and intercepted by number 8.
So that's great for the Highlanders, and that goes over into Casper. So Marcus Casper, 225-pound linebacker, gets the little fielder's choice off of the tip, and the Highlanders back in business now in their second possession, right outside their own 48-yard line. I'll say by 47.
That's a good turn of events.
Just underway, 10:08, just a couple of minutes as a clip, and a fumble, and immediately a dive for it, and the Altus Bulldogs say they have it. And we'll get the motion from the Whitecap, and it is. So a turnover, so a 3 and out for the first series of play, and then a turnover with a fumble on your First Baptist East instant replay, and this is not how you want to start on the road. And giving life into the Altus Bulldogs, and the crowd really got into it, into the excitement of the Highlanders that come to town. And Coach always said, you come to Hightower Stadium, get ready for a fight. No matter what their record is and what they're indicating, they're going to give you all of what they can. Back in the shotgun formation, back to work. Going to set up what I thought a screen, a heave-ho, and go. He's got a man wide open. Oh, it was overthrown, and that was going to be 6 because the secondary was beat. Back to trying to go to Lane again, and Lane incomplete. Oh, just could not connect, about maybe a 1.5 yards stretched out from his grasp. That stops the clock. Your Pam and Barry first quarter. Glad you could join us on the network. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and on X, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Oh, that's going to be a false start. Number 74 is kind of giving some instructions back behind, but he leaned back as A.J. Hughes, the sophomore, is going to back him up 5. Well, that's a little bit of a break, Jay, when you got the fumble. I mean, you had the opportunity. You had back-to-back turnovers. You had an interception for the Highlanders, and then they take it on the first down and get a fumble. And now Altus back in their own territory. Quarterback going to draw to the right side of the field, gets up to about midfield, and gains just a couple, and it brings up a 3rd down and long right outside the Highlander 49-yard line.
Macarthur, pretty good open field tackle right there. He has some room to run if we don't make that tackle.
Get a little bit of an adjustment here. So Garrett Gribble, hard count, empties the backfield. Oh, and then there's a miss. Oh, what a nice grab, and then a pitch out. And then he's taken down with a great defensive stop by the Highlanders by Trey Williams. So Woodson, he said, I thought the quarterback had to that was a low snap, had to take that out. That could have been disastrous, but heads-up play by the quarterback to get it and do something with it, immediately pitches it, and then the defense was right there as Williams welcomed him into that play. So a fourth down punting situation. Punter will stand back at his own 32. Got 2 return men for the Highlanders outside their 16. Got 3 for mass protect. Going to be rugby style as he's going to go far right in a high punt. Dominic Collins has to backpedal, catch it at the 5. Now taken to the 10, and then spin move gets him, stacked up at about the 13-yard line. So great special teams. And Nathan Woods, our producer, noticed that they've got a kicker. He's been kicking for at 50 during warmups. So they got a punter, they got a kicker.
They got a punter because that ball was punted high.
And that hang time and got your guys in place to pin the Highlanders back where we almost started. We were 1st and 10 right outside our 20 on the very first play of the game. And now we're back at our own 15. Not crossed midfield yet. It's a quick snap. I don't think that was ready. This is a jailbreak quarterback draw because he looked around and there was really nowhere to set up as basically Lachlan had to make something out of nothing. And we got an injured Altus Bulldog laying on the 20-yard line, and they're asking for some people to go and attend to him. So as they attend to him, we'll take a break. Be back right after this. Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe, with handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer, when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
Back here at Hightower Stadium, unfortunately for the Altus Bulldog, Francisco Herrera being helped off the field. And hopefully that young man will be all right. 2nd down and 5. Highlanders now with their 3rd possession. First possession, 3 and out. Second possession immediately with a fumble recovered by Altus. This is now their 3rd possession, and we still have not crossed midfield. Scoreless with 8:14. Not a lot of time has elapsed off the clock either. Highlanders back to action. Lachlan. It's going to be a handoff, and Hutchinson just says, I'll carry the load for you. I'll get the first down and for you. So Jeremy Hutchin, the senior, takes it upon himself with a great run.
Yeah, and during that injury timeout, Coach was giving us some motivational words getting back to Highlander football. So.
Lachlan looks to throw. Got a man wide open. Oh, and it's caught. It's in his hands, and he drops it as Josh. That connection last week connected sophomore to sophomore, and Josh Rushing just happens to drop a gift in his hands. They'll go back to that again and give him an opportunity to get that one once again. So get a new play call from the sidelines. Lachlan with Hutchinson next to his left. Looks left, throws right, bowed along in the screen, and that is taken down defensively with an Altus Bulldog tackle back at the 20-yard line. And guess who's pumped for the Altus Bulldogs? It's Colton Gillespie. Gillespie, we've seen him before, and it brings up a 3rd down and about 14 yards to go. So the Highlanders, again, struggling out of the gate as Lachlan, straight back to pass, looking downfield, stands in the pocket, then over to Dominic Collins, and it's caught and then dropped, incomplete, and another 3-and-out for the Highlanders. So the possessions have been a 3-and-out, and then a fumble, and then a 3-and-out for 3 possessions for the Highlanders.
Well, you got to think that you had a guy that all he had to do was catch the ball, and we had a touchdown right there.
Yes, that's right. That was 6.
So,
Well, ifs, ands, and buts, right?
Yep.
Danny Don would say if it were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So Braden Brown back to punting duties, his second tonight, back at his own 14-yard line. Gets this one away, a little bit better punt, is going to bounce and then get a Highlander roll down to about the 44-yard line. Nice night here in Altus, America. Not much of a bus ride for the Highlanders. Sometimes you go up to the city, it takes about an hour and a half or so, just under an hour to be able to make the trip down Highway 62. Always greeted very nice. Oklahoma Sports Network also with the Altus Bulldogs, so you can watch both broadcasts. Back to work and in the shotgun formation. Got a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the tailback, and they've got a flag in the play. As Caldwell and a host of Highlanders are in the backfield along with Casper. And we'll check out what you see anything with this, Jay?
I didn't see it.
Is it a face mask or is it a holding? Because the thing is, it was our guys in the middle of the pile when I saw the 2. And it's, incidental face mask for a 5-yard kind. So that's what I thought, because I didn't see any blockers. It was us on as defenders when the flags came out. So they saw a little hand into the face, gives them 5 yards to work with, and it brings up a 1st down and 5. Got several games you can bounce around on the network. You can join us at oksportsnet.com. Download our free apps on your Apple and Android devices, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Got a man in motion coming to the near side of the field, and it's going to be a fake handoff. Quarterback keep to the 50. And then mad dashes down to about the 49-yard line, contained by Caldwell and a host of Highlanders.
Not bad. He didn't get much out of that. It's just a power load to this side, bringing that quarterback out here on the end of the corner.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down and short. So when you have that 5-yard penalty on a 1st and 5, it gives you some decent field to work with. Back to work for Garrett Gribble and the Altus Bulldogs with 3 receivers on the far side. He gets the 1 block, and then he lowers his shoulder, gets the 1st down, gets past to around the 45 to the 44-yard line. They'll move the chains, and inside Highlander territory again tonight. Now, they've not got down to the red zone yet, but they have been on this side of the field where the Highlanders have not gotten past the 50 yet, Jay.
Yeah. Macarthur once again, is just not hitting on all cylinders here to start off this game.
It's been kind of a common theme so far. I mean, they look ready, but we're just not playing. We got a little whistle dead here.
Got a false start, I think.
Or maybe an equipment.
Oh, he's telling you, you're wiggle, 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 and that's no wiggle. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. So he gave the instructions and the 5. Okay. So they gain 5. Now they lose 5. And I never really seen that before, but the official kind of gives an opportunity to kind of explain.
He gave a complete demonstration of the wiggle.
That's right. And that's what you don't do. So it's a handoff, patiently waiting on a block or 2, and then finally gets corralled by about 4 Highlander jerseys on the tackle. About a 3-yard gain. And that brings up a 2nd down and about 12. Now, interesting, and they still do this, Altus always has huddled. Do you remember that? You know, like we get play calls from the sideline. They will always go to a huddle and they'll take a little bit of time off the clock. A lot of kind of a low snap, a heave-ho and throw. He's got a good arm, and he is going to overthrow, though. Man, if that young man is going to start to connect, he's going to be dangerous. He's just a junior. He'll come back next year.
He's a tall guy, too.
Yeah, and he has no sense of panic. He had a low snap earlier, and that's where he took the ball, and then he kind of pitched it. But you can kind of see he still has some great poise.
Number 12 out here, he's getting jiggy with it right now. He is
Williams.
He's steadily got the dance
Yeah,
going
well,
on.
he had that hit before. Trey Williams came in and laid that pop when the quarterback, they said to restart the play clock as the Whitecap motions. The 4:47 mark here of quarter number 1. Split backs, enter the shotgun formation. One back in motion in the top side of the field. Sets up a screen. And then in and out. I know Coach was excited about that to really formulate that. And a flag way down over in the 30-yard line. That's way in the secondary.
It's me on sportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, really?
Yep.
On a 4th down, and so we said
a push at the very end of the last part of the play.
And that's going to give him a 1st down. So dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Macarthur Highlanders. So here you go. You put them in a hole. You get excited. There's nothing really to get excited about, gentlemen, when we're not playing. And what did I say? My keys to the game is turnovers, and we've had one tonight, and penalties. Now, penalties you can control a little bit more. Sometimes turnovers can happen. But now that 4th down becomes a 1st down, and they're deeper inside the Highlander territory, marching on the way down the field with that 15 yards. And, boy, doesn't that feel good. You're going to hate it on the sidelines. You're going to hate it on game film. Now the Altus Bulldogs will set up shop right outside the Highlander 30-yard line, still with the ball, 1st and 10 with 4:45 left to go here in quarter 1. Well, you can't put it any more simple, and I think that maybe you can learn from these because these are big, and especially in huge games, can really come back to hit you. Quarterback has to make a dance off to the right side of the Highlander defense, gets corralled after 1-yard gain, and brings up 2nd down and 9.
Well, Matt needs to stiffen up right here. You can't give him up any points here.
Well, and you had him stop with a 4th down, and then you give him a 1st down in great field position, giving new life for Gribble and company in the shotgun. It's a fake handoff, and we did what we stayed at home. One had the handoff, but we didn't have the quarterback. He dances through into the secondary and gets down to about the 25-yard line to make it 3rd down and 5. Well, and the thing is, too, your defense is back out here. You're going to tire out your defense when your offense is going 3 and out, not really doing things. And Altus is trying to put something together here with a little screen to the near side and is taken down immediately by Xavier Booth.
That's just a really good tackle. Open field tackle out here in the flat. You miss that tackle, and he's still running.
That's true. So discipline for Xavier Booth. It gets a 4th down, and let's see if Nathan Woods is right, if they're going to try for a kick. I think they are. They're going to try for a field goal attempt, and this will be a 42-yard attempt. So Trent Harmon set to kick this, and we were seeing him warming up for 50-yarders.
And this kicker looks absolutely ice cold. No emotion.
So we'll see. They line up for the field goal attempt. Ball down, kick up. Kick is on its way. It's got the distance, and this kick is no good. So they miss the opportunity, and in high school, when you miss, it just goes back to the 20. So no harm, no foul done. You give the Highlanders right back at the 20-yard line. They'll set up 1st and 10 on their 4th possession tonight. So the Highlanders come away escaping, because of that penalty, any kind of damage on the scoreboard. But let's see what they can do offensively in this drive. Well, Altus is really he's asking the Whitecap, how can they tell? Well, that's why they have 2 guys underneath that pole, and they both look at each other and they say, yeah, then they've got the best advantage in the house. I know we in the stands think that we've got the advantage. That's why every field goal or PAT, I don't watch the ball. I watch the officials down below. So it's going to be the fake handoff and then just kind of off the mark again, trying to throw outside over to Chambers.
There's another flag down.
And a flag. And what is it going to be called on? The flag sits right at the 20-yard line. It's right at the line of scrimmage. Personal foul against the Highlanders. So, whether it's by mouth, something that is unbeknownst to us, but that's the second one tonight for the Highlanders. Maybe it's a good timeout and just rally everybody over together and say, what are we here for, gentlemen? Because we are putting ourselves in a major hole on a second down, and what we normally say is Altus. We're in Altus. Hard count by Lachlan. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle, up the gut, and then the ball comes out again. There's a mad dash for it. The Altus Bulldogs say they have the second turnover at the 15-yard line, and indeed they do. So there you have it. Now your defense is going to come right back out from bad to worse for the Highlanders as the Altus Bulldogs have come to play, and they're going to try to see.
No, I think.
Oh, no, they did get it back. Okay, I was going by the crowd reaction. I apologize. So it's still a third down and long. So he did recover, thankfully, at the right time as Lachlan setting it up. Straight back to pass, looking downfield. Oh, has to get sacked. Right back there at the 4-yard line, held it a little bit too long, and Lachlan, as the sophomore, is going to have to be indicated to know when to throw and throw it away to save another down, and it's now 4th down and putting Braden Brown at the back of the end zone, where you don't want anything mishapped here, or if he steps out on the line. Gillespie will stand back at his 40-yard line. Decent field position coming up for the Altus Bulldogs. And the Macarthur Highlanders have still not found themselves offensively.
Look out.
Gets that when they come and pressure, and it's going to bounce and go right out at the 21-yard line. So the best field position for the Altus Bulldogs so far came up empty, and with a field goal try and an opportunity at a 42-yarder, misses that. But now they're in business with the ball outside the Highlander 22-yard line. And look at this, quarter's almost gone, Jay, and there's really nothing to say for it for the Macarthur Highlanders.
Well, not for either team. They've both kind of been stuck right here in this one half of the field. They have played this one half of the field this whole entire half, or this whole entire quarter.
So Gribble, straight back to pass, looking downfield, sets up a would-be screen, and that's going to be incomplete. No one was looking, really.
Well, I think he just hadn't had time to set up yet. I'm glad it didn't, because there were 3 or 4 linemen out there ready to block for it.
And now we got Brody Rogers in at quarterback, too. So 12 goes back over in like a receiver slot. And so number 13, Brody Rogers, the 6'3" junior, carries that like a loaf of bread to the right side of the tackle position, and a flag comes in right outside the 19-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask against Macarthur.
You mean so it's the 15-yard, not the 5? Now, we've already had the incidental contact with the 5-yard.
It's the big
and that is personal foul, 15-yard face mask. You're right, Jay.
So half a distance to the goal.
Now we're at a first down motion. From bad to worse, gentlemen. I mean, just maybe we need to go back, just get on the bus for a brief second and then come off to get a regained start of something. Because we've met our mindset and our football paralysis back in Lawton, Oklahoma, or maybe it was dropped off at Snyder. 109 and counting. That's if you're the Altus Bulldogs. You'll take the time away, put the pressure on the Highlanders, try to dump it in for a score. Rogers with split backs, looking to throw for the corner. Oh, that's going to be a tie-up fight with Williams here on the near side. That's going to be defensive holding or pass interference, whichever you want to call. But this is going to be against the Highlanders.
That ball is way overthrown, though.
Yep, but he wasn't going to give them an opportunity. Braden Brown wants an explanation there. It is defensive holding, and it's going to be an automatic first down. So it's going to be first and goal right outside the 10-yard line. Well, this is probably a quarter we'd like to have back, Jay.
Yep.
With 49 seconds remain and a timeout called by the Bulldogs. So they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, back to Hightower Stadium. The Altus Bulldogs called their first timeout. And so they are licking their chops with a first and goal after the defensive hold. Quarterback keep, going to push the pile and then gets down to about the 1-yard line. As Brody Rogers with the keeper. Brody's got a good arm, too.
We'll need a big play.
You know, and Brody was listed as a tight end and a linebacker, so they moved from 12 to 13, and 12 still stays in the offensive lineup, and they have got that run-heavy right package. Quarterback just looks, and then he's going to get stopped and stuffed there again at the 1, so it'll be third down and goal. Brody Rogers just trying to hope that offensive line gives him the surge he needs to get 1 yard he needs, and with a 6'3" frame, you think he's able to stretch it out, and that's going to be the end of quarter number 1. So quarter 1 is in the books. We'll switch into the field, come back with the second quarter right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hail damage on your vehicle? Look no further than Cars Hail Repair Specialists. They're locally owned and operated with certified PDR technicians and offer a lifetime warranty with 0 out-of-pocket guarantee. They work directly with your insurance and they give a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Make sure you ask them about the $200 referral program. Cars Hail Repair Specialists. Give them a call today, 580-360-5050.
Welcome back to Hightower Stadium. Second quarter is brought to you by Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every day. Lawton Firefighters Association. So now, bend but not break 2 times, stopping at the goal line, but you're going to have to ask him to do it at least 2 more times. You think they're going to go for it or kick if it gets fourth down here?
Oh, you're going to go for it. You're too close. Or at least I would.
So we'll see what Jeremy Reed, Bulldogs coach, giving all of the Christmas gifts all at once in the quarter 1 for Macarthur. We'd like to put that in the trash can. Chapter file 13, get rid of that, shred it, and don't come back to it. Under center, and he will just surge, and he will not get it. A flag comes flying from the white cap, and we'll see this. This is going to be false start, yeah. So now, where they stop short, do you take it and back them up, or do you deny it and make it fourth down?
Back it up and make them go again.
Yeah, and make it go a little bit like 6 yards instead of 1. So third down and about 6. So the surge was a little bit early for the Altus Bulldogs with Brody Rogers. Gets a new play call. Just underway here in the second quarter, scoreless. Altus knocking at the door. Straight back to pass, looking downfield, bearing down with a sack, and there it is. Brody Rogers gets a little dose of guess who said he'd like to be the player of the game at the end of the game is Xavier Booth. So Booth comes up off the edge on a blitz designed by Coach Reffett and brings up a 4th down and a field goal opportunity for the second time tonight. Last time from 42. This one's going to be from 30. So Trent Carman, the junior, set to try the field goal attempt. The ball is up, and this is off the mark. I can see it from here, and that's no good. So the Highlanders escaped twice with 2 field goal opportunities. Yep. Twice. So the ball will be placed back at the 20-yard line. Incidentally, as we refreshed your memory, in high school, if you miss the field goal, the ball goes back to the 20. So I don't care if you're at the 40-yard line and you try it. It's just to the 20, not where the ball was kicked. So, Highlander Nation, let's get on our feet and do a little bit of rallying for Locklet and company. But guess what? Quarterback change as Dane Edwards will come in and see what he can do. Dane Edwards will have a man in motion, handoff right up the middle, up the gut. Lowers his shoulder to about the 25, 26-yard line. That's a decent little run on the first down from Jeremy Hutchinson. Hutchinson's doing his job. He's getting 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, we just got to stick with it.
Edwards, going to be another handoff, off tackle. There we go. Off to a first down and more. Still on his feet, shucks one defender at the 45 and then gets almost close to midfield. And just the switch at quarterback, and we've seen this 2-quarterback set before. Dane Edwards, the senior, comes in with a lot of pride and comes in with a lot of momentum.
Well, that's just the way you just got to keep hitting that hole hard. There ought to be running room there.
Edwards will have 2 receivers top side. It's going to be a handoff, and now we're going to go back to the 1-2 punch of running backs to the 30, 25, 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Macarthur!
And that's Xavier Booth.
I thought it was Marquise Harris, number 4.
That's number 9.
It's number 9 now, number 4?
Yeah, that's Xavier Booth.
Oh, it is Booth. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, a 9 and a 4 looks so identical.
That's why I got glasses.
Well, and that's good.
See, there you go.
And Booth, who said that he was out to set to something tonight, does it for the first 6 for the Highlanders to put 6 on the board and the PAT coming up. A little change of pace with Dane Edwards. We're going to go for 2. Edwards, mad dash, going to go for the 2, and he will get it. So he almost gets tackled. You'll see this again. Gets away from the defender. Dane Edwards, heads up play, has to scramble. Gets through 3 defenders for the 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. It's called the Juice. And at Jersey Mike's, it adds that jazz to your sub. Add a flavor zing with the Juice. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
All right, the Highlanders finally get on the board and get the 2-point conversion. Your drive summary brought to you by City National Bank, offering you easy online account opening for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you. City National Bank member FDIC. A 4-play drive, 50-yard scamper and run by Xavier Booth. He puts up 6 on the board. Dane Edwards converts the 2-point conversion, going for it for 2 to make it 8-0 with 10:13 left to go. Finally on the board, getting into the second quarter. So now your kickoff specialist, Wayne's Drive-In. Before and after the game, let's go to Wayne's. Sheridan, 50-year-old plus Wayne's, and the newest Wayne's, West Cash Road. End over end is going to be fielded at about the 2, taken to the 5, now to the 10. He's got some running room at the 15, makes a block at the 20, and then gets past the 22-yard line.
Good coverage. Good tackle.
Nice night here on the western edge of Oklahoma. in Altus Hightower Stadium. The Highlanders finally get on the board. It took into the second quarter almost 14 minutes for the Highlanders to finally collect pay dirt.
Something you get into is running the football sometimes energizes your team anyway.
Yes.
Being successful doing that.
Well, the thing is, too, if you have a quarterback, and you got, the success with Dane, who started, several of the games, and he comes in and he makes a great drive. So good call for Coach. Oh, man, he's holding that for that loaf of bread, and then he tucks it in at the last second. He always concerns me as Brody Rogers, quarterback for the Altus Bulldogs, takes it for a couple. And this is their worst field position tonight, by the way. They've had gifts, and they've had 2 opportunities at field goals. They've got the kicker, just couldn't get it to come through.
Yeah, and we have a 180-degree change in attitude over here on the Macarthur bench, too.
It's kind of what we need. It's going to be a fake handoff rolling for his life. Brody Rogers sets to throw and then has to throw in the dirt, and a flag in the play. And we got something over in the linebacking core, and let's find what out this is. Hope it's not any jawing here. Illegal man downfield against the Altus Bulldogs. So, you set up those screens.
I would decline this.
Yeah, and these big guys. Yeah, that's a good call right there.
I'll decline this. It's going to be third down.
Yep. They'll do that, Jay. But the thing is, a lot of times, these linemen, they're not looking behind. They're waiting for a count, and then they go and they release. So they don't know that your quarterback is in trouble and couldn't get the pass off. And
exactly.
So a lot of times it's just getting caught in the wash. So it brings up a third down and about 9. Rogers and the shotgun formation. One back to his right. Straight back to pass. Oh, and then there's a screen pass tipped away. And, man, did you see pick 6 coming there?
I saw pick 6, and I saw balls bouncing all over the field. I was like, what in the world? Look how it just bounces. Boom. There
Boom,
it comes
right
up.
there, like a pinball machine. First Baptist East instant replay.
Good job, defense.
See him for services on Sunday. This is the Highlanders that we're used to seeing. And it brings up a 4th down punting situation. 2 return men with Bo DeLong and Dominic Collins will stand at about midfield as the punter will stand back at his own 10. The 3-line defenders, and he'll give the motion. It will come through, and he'll do that rugby-style run and then kick. And what a punt into the lights. But it comes up short and gets a Highlander roll. It bounces at the 49, but rolls all the way down to about the 43, 44-yard line.
That was one heck of a high punt. Again, if he could just get the leg to it, man.
Boy, he's got that hang time, doesn't he?
Wow. It went up in the light so far, I didn't even see it.
The Highlanders coming back out with Avon Lachlan at quarterback.
Okay, and that's just kind of settled the sophomore down a little bit. And, it's great to have Dane Edwards in like that. And you don't even think about it. But he's such good at relying on that gives them that spark. So let's see if Lachlan can settle things down. It's what you do, a little pop motion coming to the near side of the field to the 40, makes a man miss to the 35, then about the 33-yard line, little mash dash for Chambers. So Chambers gets, when's the last time we've seen a pop? Actually, we faked the pop several times this year, but actually we delivered it this time. Handoff right up the middle of Hutchinson. Oh, and a shoestring tackle as he crosses the 30. Gets down to about the 29-yard line. Clock continues to roll with 8:44 in your Lawton Firefighters Association second quarter. Quickly to the line. No huddle. New play. Lachlan. Straight back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, decides to run 30, 25, 20, still tight ropes at the 10, spin move, and then gets down. They say he's going to step out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job. You just pull the ball down there, don't throw it away.
Show that he did not look like he stepped out, but that's okay. We'll look for another day of a red zone opportunity for the Highlanders with a Tracy Green red zone. Lachlan. They're over to Josh rushing. Down, and he'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Highlanders. To Josh rushing, sophomore to sophomore, as he makes that man miss. And then as he's being tackled at the 2-yard line, you see that on instant replay. Just makes that man miss and then dives. Superman dive in the end zone for the score. And they put 6 up for 6 more. Makes it 14, and the PAT coming up. Looks like they go for the 2, and the swinging gate shifts over for the traditional one to try to make it 15. A little bit of Altus Bulldogs block that kick from the fan base. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So it's a 15-0 Highlander lead, and we'll be back to action right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, back here at a Hightower Stadium. What a drive there, sophomore to sophomore, and your drive summary brought to you by City National Bank, offering easy online accounts because one size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. City National Bank, member FDIC, and your specialist for our kickoff, Wayne's Drive-In, before and after the game. For the best sweet teas, cherry limeades, steak fingers, sissy cheeseburgers, and a whole lot more. The best onion rings in town. Wayne's Drive-In.
Back to receive for the Bulldogs, number 2, Colton Gillespie, and number 4,
Colton Gillespie will be back to receive from this Highlander kick. Your second quarter of the Lawton Firefighters Union. Shout out to Greg Hinton, producer for the Eisenhower Eagles, in Florida tonight, watching the Macarthur Highlanders. It's going to be kicked end over end, and it's going to be fielded at the 15, taken to the 20, still up the 25, then he takes it wisely up in the middle of the field to the 27, 28-yard line.
That was glass.
That was glass?
Glass.
You think it's from one of the lights? Oh, one of the glasses from the press box. I thought, we have a little collision up here. All I heard was all this frantic, like there was an ice chest of ice just spilling off into the, I think that's in the Altus Bulldogs coaches booth. I think is just like when you have that backboard in basketball in the NBA and the whole thing crumbles and smashes.
I heard it come crashing down.
It's got a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Mad dash for the defense. Corrals him back at the 29-yard line. Getting it over to Keegan Tabin. Just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Your First Baptist East instant replay gives you that opportunity. 7:45 and counting. Our athletic director from Altus comes up to investigate. You got a window company you're going to have to probably call, huh? That's kind of a strange event. I don't think anybody was hurt, thankfully, over that.
Thank goodness. There's a superintendent.
Yeah, it's whoever's 2 boxes down from you.
Yeah, it's their Altus coaches box. Straight back to pass, looking downfield as corralled, and then, and he has to throw that. That's going to be intentional grounding.
Oh, yeah.
And we have someone new at quarterback as Tabin comes in. We've shifted over to 3 different quarterbacks now, and I don't think Rogers was necessarily playing off. But Tabin, the junior, will bring up a 3rd down and long. 7:11 left to go here in quarter number 2. 3rd down and about 18. We'll catch you up to date with some scores that we're interested to find out. Del City and McAllister and Newcastle and Blanchard, all on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Gets up to about the 25-yard line. Wilson, the ball carrier. Handoff from Tabin. Brings up a 4th down and a punting situation coming up. So we'll have 2 return men. Dominic Collins wearing number 1. Bo DeLong wearing number 17. And that will be, as we'll have a timeout is called by Altus. So as they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
All right, welcome back to Hightower Stadium, along with Nathan Woods, our producer. Caleb Sherham up at camera. He's up top. Jay Burke. And then Rich Frederick helps with our Macarthur soccer. And for what I was told, Rich, we're going to play a lot of soccer at all of the home fields except for the inner-city games.
That's the plan right now, as long as they get the stands and the press boxes set up.
Yeah, they got stands coming, press box. Punt is going to be away, rugby style almost. Xavier Booth blocked, and it's going to bounce and get an Altus roll right outside the 42-yard line.
Pretty good punt there.
Yeah, that's one thing that Altus has got. I mean, and they have the leg for the kicks, but it's just not right on line. Otherwise, they'd have 6 points to make it 15-6.
I don't know, man. I think Xavier wasn't lying at the beginning of the game. He's trying to put his stamp on this game any way possible.
Well, I know he told Rich earlier, he said, I want to be player of the game. So I said, well, what's it gonna take? Well, he said a touchdown. Then didn't he say a pick six or something like that too?
Pick six, 2 interceptions, and sacks on top of it. So
okay. All right. He didn't expect the touchdown. Back to work now. Going to heave-ho and shug-shoulder roll after the pass down to his right. Now looking downfield. Way overthrown. Bullet trying to go to Bo DeLong, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, he had that 10 yards to run and pick up another first down.
I thought so too. I thought that's where we should just tuck it down and run.
You know, and Lachlan, I think that he's kind of like, okay, maybe I could get that, but I want to do it by the air, and you got to make that decision. And as a sophomore, you learn. Coaches will break down film with you and tell you, hey, you got to take this because it's there. Handoff right up the middle. And then stiffened defense there at the 45-yard line after the handoff to Hutchinson. 4-yard gain, though. Decent third down and about 6. The 5:51 mark here of the second quarter. Have halftime coming up. Lachlan, handoff. Far side of the field. Gets across midfield of the 50. Still needed to get down to about the 48 for the first down, but Hutchinson is going to get right at the sticks at that last lean, and they're going to say 1st and 10, move the chains.
Just keep running the football.
48-yard line for the Macarthur Highlanders. Straight back to pass, looking downfield, sets up the screen, connected. Gets the one big Dominic Collins with the shrug move and the spin to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, another spin, but he'll get down to the 4-yard line. He was wanting end zone.
Yeah, he gets all the way down. They're going to mark him out at about the 2.
And look at this again on instant replay. Dominic Collins, watch this other. He'll make one more twist move to say, can I do it one more time to get in? Oh, I got caught from behind. And the tackle in by Gribble, who's playing in a quarterback. We've seen 3 quarterbacks now for the Altus Bulldogs. Lachlan. Oh, wide open to Bo DeLong for a quick score touchdown. And the Highlanders put another 6 on the board.
That was just a great pitch and catch right there and easy.
Yeah, that's what, you practice this, but can you do it in games?
Everything else opens up once your running game starts going. I just believe it. I've always believed it.
So they fake the going for two and the PAT coming up. We'll have some halftime performances. The Altus marching band and the Highlander Regiment has come, and they are over on the south side of, and look at that harvest moon. We're going to have to get Caleb to show that on camera. What a beautiful gold moon.
That's good.
PAT is good. So we're going to take a timeout and be back right after this. We'll be back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
All right, welcome back. Another score for the Macarthur. There is our moon that we were talking about. What a beautiful fall harvest moon, as they say. That's what they call these. Saw that last night on Thursday Night Football, but what a great opportunity. Thanks, Caleb. What a great opportunity to see what that looks like. A gold tone, 445 right here in Hightower Stadium here in Altus. Drive summary brought to you by City National Bank. Ideal account awaits you at City National Bank. Not everyone's the same. Member FDIC. Kickoff specialist by Wayne's Drive-In. Fumbles it at the 2, picks it up, and then has to go. Tight ropes on the sideline. He's off and running to the 20, 25, 30. He should have been tackled back at the 3-yard line and takes it all the way to the 40-yard line, and a late flag comes out. Look at that. What you thought you could.
Turned all the way out to the 37-yard line.
To the 37.
Personal foul face mask against Macarthur.
That's our third face mask tonight. 1 incidental at 5, 2 at the personal foul kind, giving them 15 extra yards after the run. The return where it was kind of bobbled there at the 2-yard line on your Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Hey, let's go to Wayne's. Serving you with 2 locations in Lawton, 22-0, but another free gift.
Yeah, everybody stopped on that kick. It 100% looked like it was going out of bounds.
Yeah.
Everybody stopped.
And you say you go to the ball and, you keep moving and, and then luckily for the young man, he just picks it up and goes. And they're back into Highlander territory with a half a field to work with. Now back exchange with different quarterbacks. Coming back, little throw to the near side. Simple, but does the job. Completion down a lane to about the 42-yard line. So Tabin is your quarterback. We've seen Gribble, we've seen Rogers, and now we've seen Tabin. All juniors, by the way.
They're all big, tall kids.
Yeah, I know. It's like, tell the difference between the three because 13 was 6'3". Tabin eyes and spies the defense, handoff, off tackle to the near side of the field, dances his way down to about the 36-yard line, and that will be enough for a Altus Bulldog first down. Makes up a 1st and 10. Your First Baptist East instant replay. See them for services, for Bible class, and at worship. First Baptist East, where you're always welcome. 3:53 and counting. Inside Highlander territory. Fakes the handoff, comes back out, backs pedals, throws, got a man, a little pushing and shoving down there and almost intercepted. And it was almost a touchdown. But you talk about the hang time in the air, gave the opportunity. Look at the makeup speed right there. And then Johnny in the spot because that was 6.
Yeah, I think the makeup speed is the issue there.
Yes.
You
hate to have that makeup speed. You want to be with your defender.
But he made up for it in a hurry.
Thankfully, but a good design play for Altus to try to strike deep. against this Highlander defense, and why not on a first down try to go for the end zone? So we have Tabin, who's got a decent arm, just as much as Rogers. So now you see why Coach is having a hard time with trying to select one if he's got 3. Handoff and a trip through the defense at about the 32-yard line.
He had a hole. If he hits it hard, he might still be going, but he gets tripped up just at the right time.
Welcome to Hightower Stadium. Altus Bulldogs with their navy blue and white pants and white numbers. Highlanders in their gold pants, white jerseys, and dark numbers. Altus has really had a lot of opportunity to be inside Highlander territory, but they've come up empty with 2 field goal tries, even one a first and goal. Handoff up the middle. Gets down to about the 28-yard line with 2:48 left to go here in quarter number 2. Wilson with the carry. 4th and 2, and this is 4-down territory. You're going to go for it here. And at running back is DJ Wilson. Stands to the quarterback right. Hard count. Oh, did we come? We did.
Well, they moved too.
Well, we'll see who it's going to be on. He's going to see from their side. It came from the Macarthur side of the field. And where is the movement going to come from? The guilty infraction is going to be. We'll see if there's any celebration. We're still talking. Whitecap comes out. Offsides defense. So Macarthur gives up a first down. A good play call here, 4-down territory. You got to play. The best one in your handbook is if I can get him to jump, we're going to get the first down. So the ball placed right outside the 23-yard line. 22-0 Highlanders with the lead with 2:10 left to go here in the second quarter before the half. Tabin in the shotgun formation. Handoff to Wilson. Wilson will go
not much
for a couple, maybe. Wilson maybe 1 yard. Yeah, second down and 9.
Where we were at, it seemed like they're like 100 miles away.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, the clock will roll. That will be something. Altus does have 1 timeout remaining, as they've taken 2. Macarthur has all 3 of theirs, but it's 1:34 and counting. And, you know, they're not a very hurry-up offense, and they do huddle, so that takes a lot of time off the clock. Tabin in the shotgun formation. Fake handoff to Wilson. Going to go back, and, man, it's a nice design play, but the rhythm and the connection is not there. That falls incomplete. So it's back down to a 3rd down opportunity.
You're just barely out of his reach.
And he can't get comfortable in the pocket at all.
Well, and that's hats off to the defense. I mean, you know, we're disrupting that. We're getting in there. We're kind of playing with it.
Well, if I'm them,
they're going to call their final timeout. So Altus will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Classic Lawton Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot. We'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle. Top dollar for your trade and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
There's your look at their harvest moon once again coming out from the timeout. Thank you, Mr. Caleb Sherm. That is a full moon, too. And October brings up, and I know it doesn't have that orange tinge because the iris is settled down to kind of compensate for the brightness, but that is a beautiful moon tonight. So 117 here at Hightower Stadium.
Looks like it's just hanging right over top of Lawton.
Yeah, well, I know.
Doesn't it?
Oh, it's so great to see. Back to action here. The 8:03 mark. Only 1:17 remain before the half. Hard count. We don't come. Hard count again. Coming on a bead and a sack from both ends for the Highlanders as Coach Reffett dials up 2 corner blitzes coming up on the right and the left.
Yeah, they just know where for him to go. He doesn't the step up into. Everybody's covered. It's really a coverage sack because everybody downfield is covered very well.
4th and 14 now. Who called the timeout? Macarthur did. Okay, we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
Well, welcome back to Hightower Stadium. The Highlanders call their first of their timeouts. Looks like Cash really taking it to Southeast, 42-0. Now, that is not a non-district game, by the way, because they all, is one team that comes out. But the 14-10 matchup, which I really want to keep an eye on, between Blanchard and Newcastle. Blanchard leads Newcastle 14-10 in the second quarter. So a 4th down, going for it. Highlanders trying to preserve some time. Straight back to pass. Looking downfield. Wants to throw for the end zone, and that's going to be overthrown. And that was trying to connect from a quarterback potential, Brody Rogers.
You didn't have much choice there. You've not had any luck kicking the field goals. You're kicking into the wind there if you do try to kick it. It's just better if you just go ahead and go for it. Turn the ball over, about the same idea.
Got something, Rich?
I think he's got the band.
Oh, he's got the band. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, I just listened to the drum line.
Okay, I got you. He's got a little band respect. Rich also brought the band trailer over, so he's double duty tonight.
Well, I have a kid that plays the second largest bass drum over here.
Okay.
And doing his thing.
I got you. Proud dad moment, too. So Edwards are going to come in for the Highlanders. It's going to ride that out. Handoff. Motion to the far side of the field, gets upended past the 35-yard line. Clock will roll with 54 seconds. Dane Edwards quickly gets the offensive up. We're going to try to go deep. Not necessarily a Jeremy Hutchinson. Well, I guess we are. Another handoff to Hutchinson. Likes what he sees. Gets around the corner. Flagging the play as he spin moves close to the 50-yard line. And we'll stop the clock and sort this one out.
Holding against Macarthur.
Okay. Well, now we'll just hand this ball off and go to the locker room. Now, remember, the Altus Bulldogs won the coin toss, elected to defer, so they will start with the ball in the second half. Highlanders with a 22-0 lead. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul will march them back.
It's not from the spot.
That's the 34-yard line. Handoff. Makes one man miss. Oh, he almost spun his way out of the second, but gets corralled back at about the 37.
He almost lost his shoes.
Down to 21 seconds. Altus out of timeouts. This will probably be the last play unless
Is that not first down?
Oh, yeah, he said that's first down. Yeah, you're right. So that was a first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily. Going to sort this one out because they did not move the chains. It will be first down.
Yeah, you got to put some numbers back on the clock.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to say.
Because you let the clock run.
Yeah. So they put 5 seconds more up to make it 25 seconds. Back to work, Dane Edwards in the shotgun formation. Looking to pass, pumps once. Now out to Josh Rushing, makes a man miss. Get out of bounds is what you wanted to do, but gets up close to midfield in the final 14 seconds.
Another first down.
They're going to call timeout. So Macarthur calls timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Welcome back to Hightower Stadium. Got an interesting 5A score to pass along to you. Del City really handling Macarthur at this point at the half, 28-0. Remember, that game went into overtime. Macarthur came to Del City, went for 2, and beat Del City. So Del City remembers that, trying to return the favor. Noble leads El Reno 14-12. Dane Edwards heave-ho and throw, and that's going to be intercepted at the 23-yard line. Taken to the 30. He's got some room at the 35. Now to the 40. Josh Rushing makes the tackle at the 45-yard line with 1 second remaining. So Dane Edwards trying to go deep with the throw. Overthrown. Secondary interception. And another turnover for the Highlanders. Altus with what kind of play you think you got for 1 second?
Not much.
And about 60 yards to work
I think
with.
it's called a kneel down.
Well, it could be a handoff, and that'd be well.
Down.
You're right. That's why I appreciate that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
don't
but we've seen all kinds of crazy
things. Yeah, but you
things,
fumble
so.
the ball here, and they pick it up and run it.
I understand.
No.
Yeah, they are looking for a formation of just take this and take the knee and go into the locker room at the half, and that's smart. You know, Jeremy Reed, head coach of the Altus Bulldogs, won their state title right after the Highlanders did. We won in 2014. They won in 2015. We are at the half. We got halftime performances, band, and looks like a great performance coming up. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is about more than just a degree.
It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
To connect with others.
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Scooters Coffee, world-class coffee rooted in quality, with 2 locations to serve you, in Lawton and Elgin. Wake up to the amazing aroma of quality, from their hot and iced drinks to blenders, smoothies, teas, to even their great food delights. Or why not try their at-home coffees or coffee on the go? Locally owned and operated, Scooters in Lawton and Elgin. Scooters, rooted in quality. Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
All right, welcome back to Hightower Stadium. They're doing a little Jailhouse Rock, a little Palm Squad halftime performances. We're going to have the bands going to be able to perform. We are at the half, 22-0. Macarthur leads over the Altus Bulldogs. It's been kind of a slow start for the Highlanders. Their first score came with 2 minutes into the second quarter. So they were really between a tale of a lot of different things going on. And our halftime performance is brought to you by Subway at East 45th Street. Can't beat the Subway series menu with bread baked fresh each day. Eat fresh, your Mac headquarters at Southeast 45th Street in Lawton. So we're going to take one time out and be back probably for halftime band performances, and we'll do that right after this. You're watching Big Mac football at the half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Let's go!
Guys, the toilet's clogged! Stop again! Oh, that's gross.
Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and using the toilet in no time.
Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today.
When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs.
Yeah! Woo! We're your plumbing MVP.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Back here at Hightower Stadium, we're going to enjoy halftime performances by the Altus Bulldog Marching Band. Can't beat the Subway Series menu with their fresh baked bread. Eat fresh. Your Mac headquarters at Southeast 45th Street in Lawton, where everybody goes. It's Subway, Southeast 45th Street. Let's enjoy halftime performance by the Altus Bulldog Marching Band.
Now let's stand up and cheer our Bulldogs to victory as the band plays the school fight song.
So the fight song for the Altus Bulldogs. Nice little band performance there as we are at the half. Macarthur leads 22-0. Halftime brought to you by your Eastside Subway, Southeast 45th Street. Eat fresh. We'll be back right after this. Big Mac football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Well, we had two Thursday night matchups. Congratulations to the Carl Albert Titans, 70, putting up on Shawnee as they go 5-0 on the season. Unfortunately, Eisenhower with a 14-0 start comes up shy, letting 30 unanswered points to Bishop McGinnis, and they fall at homecoming at Cameron Stadium last night for Thursday night. We're here at 22-0 here at the half. Got some other OSN scores to pass along to you. Cash leading Southeast at home at Hightower Stadium, at Ulrich Stadium, 42-0. Del City leads McAllister 28-0. That game was a McAllister win in overtime, going for 2. So Del City goes to McAllister to play spoiler there. Great matchup between Newcastle and Blanchard. Blanchard leads 14-10 at the half. Walters in a barn burner, Magnum with only 6-0 lead there. Lawton High at home at Cameron Stadium trails Ponca City 14-8. Elgin leading Ardmore at Ardmore 28-0. And Midwest City goes to Duncan, only leading the Duncan Demons 14-0. Now, that's an opponent we're going to see just in a couple of weeks, Jay. And so, I mean, we're going to be interested to see how this plays out because we're going to be back at home from, here's what I said, our first true road game. But from here on out, it's easy to remember. We're away, then home, away, home. You know, that's the way it's going to rule out for the remainder of this season. So we got 2.5 minutes before we start second half action. We'll get ready to kick this one off. Altus won the coin toss, elected to defer. They'll start the ball in the second half. So we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home. Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours, Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard. Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, let's go to Rich Frederick, who's got Coach Manning standing by.
All right, Coach. So first half, kind of break it up into two separate halves. The first quarter and second quarter. Tell us a little bit about each quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, pretty disappointed. Didn't play the way we wanted to. It was, especially offensively, extremely sloppy and about as bad as it could possibly get. And then, second quarter we got it together, settled down a little bit, and played pretty good.
What are we looking at the second half?
Just trying to build on our what we did there in the second quarter and come out here with the win in the third quarter and try to get a few points.
All right, Eric, we're going to go back up to you. Go Highlanders, and we look forward to seeing what Coach has for us second half here.
All right, thank you, Rich Frederick. Filling in for Chris Burke, who's still a little bit under the weather, and he's at home. And so get well, Chris. We hope to have you back in the saddle next week. As we're getting ready here to start second half action, as the Highlanders up 22-0. Third quarter sponsor is going to be brought to you by Eastside Pharmacy. Going above and beyond to help their customers. Download their free mobile app and call your prescription in anytime, day or night. Even get refill notifications. Eastside Pharmacy with 4 pharmacists, 17 years in business. Phone 355-6400, 355-6400. Third quarter specialist. So Coach kind of laid it out of what needs to transpire.
Absolutely.
Talked about the wind. We haven't really talked about the wind factor in a while yet, Jay.
Yeah, and it was blowing pretty hefty here when we first started. So going into it, if you're going back to the south, that wind's going to be blowing right into your face.
Yeah, when you get out to Altus, you have a little bit of a wind factor here, and you know what? Even with the sea, and this is the, what would you say when you're around your hometown crowd? But there is a decent crowd here tonight, regardless of the season, regardless of how things are going. This isn't even homecoming night, and they're out here to support their team. I remember it was the 2014 season. That was the year that we won our state title. And we came rolling in the parking lot. We came here early, and they had that whole parking lot full of tailgaters.
Sure did.
And they're sitting, they were kind of coming around. Now, they win a state title the year after us in 2015. But I said, notice the support they have here. The community really rallies around that. We have our Oklahoma Sports Network with Levi and the rest of the great crew for the Altus Bulldogs who carry on everything in Altus. So we have both broadcasts going on right now. And we're also on YouTube. We're also on Facebook on some of our ball games like the Newcastle Blanchard game and also the Dell City matchup with Macalester. We'd like for you to, just basically follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, on X, on TikTok. And then also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our free apps, and they are free. Some people will say, well, I saw that something that you had to subscribe and put your credit card information. No, we've never done that in 8 years that we've had as an opportunity. So we want you to be able to download those free apps, free opportunities for you to be able to find us virtually anywhere.
Well, everybody's warming up, getting ready here for the second half. We sure need Macarthur to come out strong here to start the second half. I know Coach wanted that as well. We sure can't have what we had to start the first quarter. It's just the tell of 2 quarters. Macarthur scores 22 points there in the second quarter. Just really a change. But it's a beautiful night for football.
That's what I like. We had that harvest moon we showed earlier. Even with a little bit of the wind, I know that we don't have true fall-like weather. We're really going to love football when it gets down to the 70s. I guess about a week away from that already, but at least it's not 105 degrees. That's what I would say.
Well, I'm ready to get started.
Yep, we got about 30 seconds left to go before we get this one kicked off for second half. Glad you could join us. And you know what? We don't mind you flipping back and forth with some of our games. And like we said, if you're on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, that's the easiest way on your home devices. Now, one thing I will say that we had interesting call about a YouTube, and they said, well, what happens when it falls out on YouTube? Because sometimes we lose internet connection briefly in one of our ball games, and that's what happened last night in Carl Albert. And so, because they were at Shawnee, and what happened was the YouTube is looking for a signal that when it stops, but the network, if it stops or buffers, it comes back on. So if you ever had that problem, if it's on Facebook or YouTube, just go to our app or just go to oksportsnet.com, go to the channel that you've been watching, and it should be right back up. At the 40-yard line, we'll tee it up, put 12 on the board, and our kickoff by Wayne's Drive-In. Before and after the game, let's go to Wayne's. 2 convenient locations to serve you, Sheridan Road and West Cache Road. So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, looks left, looks right, hand motion in the air. It's going to kick. It's going to be a bullet kick and into the end zone for a touchback where the Altus Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 right outside the 20. And even their band that gets into it. I like Highlander Regiment came down with support, band in the stands. But Altus puts their band in the visitor section to play towards the home crowd. We were talking about this on the way up about OU is going to change where their student section and band is too, because you can only hear it from one side.
Right.
This is nice because they're playing, like we play from the crowd to the away side. They're in the away side playing to the hometown crowd. So they get to hear the fight song and everything else. A little different setup here in Altus, Oklahoma. Handoff delayed, and it's going to get some running room up to about the 25-yard line.
Well, you just barely missed a big, huge smack in the backfield. He just ran right
past him. Yep. So just like we started the game, we started off with Garrett Gribble, and we start again with Garrett Gribble starting the second half. We've had 3 different quarterbacks in for the Altus Bulldogs. Quarterback keep, decides to run 30, 35, 40. No, take that. That's Rogers. So Brody Rogers, number 13. And Brody's got that tall stature. He's got a good deep throw. He's a junior. Has a great little run there, and you saw in the First Baptist East instant replay to move the chains and then get up to around the 39-yard line. Rogers in the shotgun formation, one lone back, Wilson next to his left. Snap. Oh, and the ball is on the turf, and while Wilson looked back, and luckily no Highlanders saw it. They were engaged in blocks, and I know that Braden Brown was petitioning for a hold, said I was held up from that notion, but Wilson, Johnny on the spot to recover, but it makes up a 2nd down and long. Glad you could join us. Second half action here at Hightower Stadium, home of the Altus Bulldogs. 22-0 Highlanders. Rogers delays.
Guy's moving.
Clap. Handoff. Wilson lowers his shoulder and then gets up to about the 43-yard line.
It's a lot more than you want to give there on second down. They look like they got a guy in motion on the left side of the line. I can't believe they're not going to call that.
Brings up about 3rd down and 8.
He's still doing the wiggle jiggle. Remember that thing that?
Oh, yeah, that's where the official. And I've never seen that before. He was just saying, he said, I didn't move. I didn't know this is what you were doing. He was kind of doing the twist.
He's like,
he was doing the chubby checker.
You were doing it, buddy.
2 receivers and 1 split tight end here on your lower screen. Snap, Brody.
Big trouble.
Under trouble, and then under a sack.
Big trouble.
Double duty is Xavier Booth and a little bit of help from Sean Hughes.
Well, they got to him in a hurry, didn't they? Got to him in a hurry, so Bulldogs are going to have to punt here.
So Harmon.
Now, I'm going to tell you, the last time that he got ready to punt, he almost ran it.
Yeah.
He sure thought about it.
Well, and we've seen that before with rugby style. We don't only say he gets to run, he gets to check the defense because he's looking downfield, not just to set up a punt. Watch his eyes. Now, that one, they were coming. He comes, and there is no flag in the play, so not running into the kicker or even roughing. I was watching the Whitecap the whole way, and he just shook his head no. Yeah, I know that they were pleading for it, but a good punt, a little bit of pressure, and the Highlanders will set up shop for their first time in the second half.
Yeah, I think they didn't get that call because he pulled up pretty good there.
Yeah, he tried to hold up. Sometimes you just get running into the kicker for that.
Yeah, because, you're trying for the block, and then your momentum takes you on through. So the Highlanders, right outside their own 27-yard line to start on their first possession. As Avian Lachlan will get a man in motion to the pop motion. And it's a handoff right down the middle.
Ball's
and
out.
we had the ball fumbled again. But this time the Highlanders were able to bounce on it. The other 2 times previously in the first half, Altus was able to jump on it. So it's a loss of 2 yards to bring up a 2nd down and long. Lachlan quickly to the line. Fake with a handoff and the jet motion pass over the far side over to Bo DeLong is good. Gillespie makes the tackle, brings up a 3rd down and about 8. Clock will roll with 8:26 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass. That's a nice little bullet throw. Makes a man miss. Scatters, tries to get to the sideline. Dominic Collins always looking for like the tightrope right down the sidelines. Tried to get back there, but enough for the first down. Move the chains. Right outside the 42-yard line. Back to work. Handoff. Wade. Oh, he just kind of got tied up behind the offensive block.
You got to keep him honest. Yeah, you just got to keep him honest here. But
flag, late flag coming in. We'll sort this one out from our Whitecap. This was way after the play. 2nd down and 7. Glad you could join us tonight. Friday night football, we love it. Had 2 games last night for Thursday night. We can play Thursday. We can have Friday. A couple of weeks from now in fall break, most everyone will be playing on Thursday.
Personal foul, Macarthur.
So, and a late thing. So it's either said, because it wasn't really anything that we saw, and it could be something, and you just shoot yourself in the foot. We talked about this at the half. You do this in a tight game with Elgin or Midwest City, this could cost you big time for a 15-yard penalty. So let's try to figure this one out.
Yeah, and it's those little scrums right after the play. They're just kind of getting caught up retaliating.
So, and they usually say they never see the first one. It's always the retaliation. Back to pass, back to work. Set up the screen pass to Josh Rushing. Makes the connection to the 40, 45, 50. Off to the races. 1 man to beat. He will score. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Macarthur!
That's a great job. Is there
a flag?
Got a flag back here at about the 20.
Whistles. Unbelievable.
I don't think I've ever seen so many flags. weeks.
Well, we have. Let's not. Yeah, and it came from the away lines judge. I mean, he went. What could it be? There was nobody here when he gets to that point. So what's the call here? Get it from the head official.
Maybe dead ball.
Touchdown is good.
Touchdown stands.
Touchdown stands, and they're going to say, okay, so Josh Rushing gets a great touchdown to put 6 on the board to make it 28, and the point after attempt coming up.
I didn't see what the flag was.
And they didn't really explain
It
what
was
that
a sideline warning.
Oh, that's what it was? Okay.
Yeah, one of the guys got a little too far out onto the field.
No, so it was a sideline interference. So it wasn't a warning. I think they're going to assess it on the kickoff, right? I think that's what he said.
It was a sideline warning.
There's another
from what I'm being told over here.
We got a flag over here on that side whistled when we lined up. And what do we have? Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Highlanders. So I guess that must have been from the bench. So coach is pleading his case, trying to find out, and he'll talk to the Whitecap, and they'll have a little side conversation as we're kind of spying in on this.
Yeah, he is not happy because you got a lot of Altus fans right behind where I'm standing, where Brett is there. So I think that's what he's trying to explain to them.
Okay. Well, we're going to back this one up. Make a longer PAT, which is almost like a field goal attempt. Because now we have to watch for this one, because when he pointed that for that other one, sideline warning is just, a warning, and then there's no assessing it off the kickoff. But he says that's going to be taken on the kickoff is what I think. So I think it's called sideline interference. And that's when you get in the way where a referee can't make his run down the sideline. So this is going to be a 35-yard PAT attempt. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way. It's got the distance, and this kick is good. So we'll take it, add the one to make it 29-0. We'll be back to sort it out right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
All right, back here at Hightower Stadium. And yes, we are backed up. So this is an assessed penalty from what I think is sideline interference, I think is what they're going to assess off, because if it was a warning, they would just say, okay, that's the shot across the bow. But usually sideline interference is when you're in the way, either coaches or players, and the referee doesn't have his lane to run down. And so you may have cautioned them ahead of time that we don't know without the warning, and then decided to flag them. And that was during the touchdown, because when they threw it at the 20, there wasn't anybody there, so it wouldn't have been that. So anyway, your drive summary by City National Bank. One size does not fit all. Your ideal account awaits you. City National Bank member FDIC. Josh Rushing off to the races. Big touchdown. And your Wayne's kickoff drive-in with 2 locations to serve you. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Ball teed up at the 25-yard line. And it's going to go deep. Fielded at about the 13. Taking the 20, 25, 30. Got a hole up the middle to the 40, 45, 50. Off to the races to the 40. Now a foot race to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. And then he will get rushed out of bounds. Gillespie with a great return. We saw it coming. Look at that hole. Look at that dash. And look at the speed that he puts on. And then a little push finally to make him go out of bounds by A.J. Vaughn to save the potential touchdown to set up a 1st and goal. We've seen this before. Remember, we stopped them 3 times, but the Bulldogs on a special teams kickoff return sets up shop right outside the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
Penalties always come back to hurt you.
Yeah, it's if you not learn this by week 5, something that may have you man in motion, quarterback keep, he will cross, he'll score, touchdown Bulldogs. Set up by a 97-yard kickoff return. No, not 97. He wasn't at the goal line. He was about the, was it an 80-yard? He was at the 13 where he kicked that?
About the 10.
About the 10, yeah. About a 90-yard, almost 90 yards, 80.
Yeah, it was a huge kick, but
oh yeah, when you're kicking it at the 25 as opposed to the 40, when that could have been a touchback, now you have 6 on the board. So 29-6, and the PAT coming up. Now remember, we got a long way to go talking about this. You want to get a district win, and you want to get your 15 maximum points. We're not in danger just quite yet. PAT is up and good to make it 7. 29-7. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
Hey, don't forget the Hangout is where we're hanging out Tuesday during the Coaches Show. All 5 area schools in the Lawton area, all 3 Lawton schools, Cache, Elgin. Sometimes we even have Walters as our special guest. The Hangout with the best pizza in town. They got burger baskets. Their lunch specials for $9.95. Don't forget on Tuesday, it's 1 large pizza. You get the cheesy bread, 4 drinks, and dessert. Feed the family for $40. Why cook? Just join us at the Hangout, Tuesday nights, 6 o'clock. Your kickoff is brought to you in part by Wayne's Drive-In. With 2 locations to serve you, hey everyone, let's go to Wayne's. So set up with a big kickoff return, spied, calls for the fair catch at the 35-yard line is Williams. So Trey Williams takes the spy short kick. We had just a great turn by Gillespie, and we knew that he was capable with his jet speed and able to get down to set it up with the 1st and goal, and this time the long stretch of the 6'3" body frame by Brody, able to get a 6 touchdown score, and the PAT good to make it 7.
Let's do a clean, good drive here and score.
Yeah, a good 5-minute drive I'd like to see right here. Laughlin's got a man in motion. That's Bo DeLong. He's going to get to the motion to Bo on the far side of the field, stretches it out, going to get the 1st down, gets up to about the 45-yard line. Now, Laughlin, you really noticed, carried out a great fake and took about 2 defenders with him. So that was really good. Keep that with enough for a 1st down, move the chains. Right in the middle of the Altus A. Oh, and then we decided to come out of our stance 2 at a time. False start to make it 1st and 15. Welcome to Hightower Stadium here at Altus, Oklahoma. We will be back home against Ardmore next week at Cameron Stadium. Handoff, just jet sweep motion to Jeremy Hutchinson going on the far side of the field, runs out of real estate, goes out of bounds right at the sticks, maybe even loses a yard. Makes up maybe a 2nd and 11. Laughlin in the shotgun formation. Oh man, he put it right in the hands of Hutchinson. Takes it back out. Quarterback takes it backwards into a major loss. The defense was not fooled there, as you can see right there. A swarm of Bulldogs. It started off with 3 jerseys and then ended up about 6. 3rd down and long. Lachlan will spy the defense. They're coming with some pressure. 6:11 mark of the third quarter. Straight back to pass. A heave-ho and throw. Got a man on the edge. Dominic Collins, outstretched hands. And he's going to say he's going to throw his hat out because he went out of bounds. So it would have not been good if he was to come back in. So nonetheless, needless to say, did not connect up to that. 4th down in a punting situation. See that there on our instant replay there from First Baptist East. Thank you for your support all these years. Join us for Bible class and Sunday worship. You're always welcome. First Baptist East. Braden Brown will sit back to punt for the Highlanders. Right outside his own 29-yard line. He'll say, yeah, move that. They're not really paying attention to restart that play clock. He's having to do that quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, he's been sitting here for about 10 seconds trying to get him
to reset. You got to watch that Whitecap. He's telling you when to move the clock. They're coming with the pressure. Braden Brown gets that one away, luckily, and bounces at the 30 and then gets an Altus roll back up to about the 35-yard line where they'll down it there. And the first down for the Altus Bulldogs.
They need to play good defense here. The second half has been kind of odd.
Well, at least if we don't repeat the first quarter, because that was something I'd like to not revisit for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Scoreless for both teams, and we didn't really get our first score until 2 minutes come off the clock in the second quarter, and then they finally started to put a little bit together of what we're used to for the Highlanders. So Brody back to action in the shotgun formation, straight back to pass. Boy, there was a takedown right there. He's going to throw, and that's going to be intercepted. It's picked off.
By guess who?
Yep, number 9. Dominic Collins back over here to the 40. You've got a flag that comes flying to this side, to the 30. Spin move at the 25-yard line, and we'll sort this one out. We've got 3 yellow hankies on the field. Let's watch that on instant replay again. Dominic Collins, sees the break, comes here, and here's where the flags come out. Right there, as you saw, that goes right to where.
I didn't see anybody there but their players and us, and we're running the ball.
Yeah, we'll have to sort this one out. We got 3.
Yeah, I think there's 2 against Altus and 1 against us.
Okay, so Rich trying to see some of that. We appreciate him joining us as our sideline reporter tonight. Chris Burke, hopefully you get a little bit feeling better. Rich brought the band trailer up, and he said, hey, if you need some help, I'm here. So we know that he covers a lot of our Macarthur soccer. You'll see that in the spring. So we got a hold against the Altus Bulldogs. That's declined. Personal foul, Highlanders, and that's accepted. First down. So back to that, man. This is the most personal foul team I've seen in a while. I know we've got a great defense. We swarm. There's a lot of positives to talk about, but still in week 5, there's some things that we need to clean up before you get to Midwest City, before you get to El Reno, before you get to Elgin.
Yeah, and part of making a big run in the playoffs, I think, is discipline.
Oh yeah. Well, they're especially turnovers and penalties are huge. They're difference makers, And then when you do this on a great return and they mark it off 15 yards when you were in their territory and now you get the ball back at your own 44-yard line when you could have been there at their 30, So after they assess all that, get that taken, Lachlan back to work. Man in motion, coming to the near side. Fake to the pop motion man. Going to be a handoff to Hutchinson. Hutchinson makes one man miss into the secondary and a late flag again. Whitecap, he is going into the Macarthur bench. He's going to retrieve an Altus Bulldog player. That's what it was.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Water Girl got pushed over, and they were just getting the Altus player off the bench.
Okay. Because that Whitecap.
There was a flag thrown a mile in the air.
Yes, and I mean with authority and anger. Okay. They're going to say
personal foul. MacArthur.
Personal foul, MacArthur.
Personal foul indicated against Lawton MacArthur.
15-yard penalty will be a first down. The Cest, and well, you can tell that the MacArthur fan base that came with a decent showing up was not happy with that call.
No, but I think he got blocked out, and it could have been one of those blindside or crackback blocks that they've been calling a lot this season.
All right, so back to work, back to pass. Josh rushing, connection, 40, makes a little dance to the 45, tries to spin out, and gets up to about, decent field
Good job.
recovery.
Good job. Got to get it back a little bit at a time. Now just calm down. It's 2nd down and 8. Just calm down and get back to playing our game.
Oh, that's movement. Yeah, we we're set. It was so good, but you're so quick at it. Chambers moved. He was in his position, then he took a step out, and so, it was just basically it's Josh rushing. I mean, now you shoot yourself in the foot. You get positive yards, and now you're marching backwards for another 5. 4:39 left to go here in the third. We're going to go back to Xavier Booth, who had that great run and a touchdown earlier. Tries to get the one-armed shuck off of Gillespie, and he takes Xavier Booth down and bring a 3rd down. 3rd down and long, just after we were complimenting about how they were getting back with positive yards and a couple of setbacks with turnover or with the penalties. Lachlan back to pass, pumps once, now looks to go to the air, sets this one his feet and throws and overthrown into double coverage. Trying to go to the well too many times to Dominic Collins. They saw that on film, they saw that, and there was help on the way. And a 4th down and a Braden Brown punting situation coming up. So Braden Brown will stand back at his own 28-yard line. Gillespie, who had the great return, will stand back at his 25, ball away, and they're going to kick away from Gillespie. What a great roll to the 10, and then down to about, they tapped it back in.
That's good.
Rushing just taps it right there at the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 going the other way.
Good job. Good punt. Good roll.
Welcome to high school football across the great state of Oklahoma. You can see the flashlights or the lights from the band of the Altus Bulldogs on the top of your screen, all getting into it. That's why I'm saying they make a Friday night football atmosphere fun. The crowd comes energized. They come with a lot of emotions, come with a band, great performance, and they're trying their best here on the field. 29-7,
and
your
the band's
score.
actually going back and forth with the stands on the other side with their lights.
Oh, that's very good. So it's a reflection. Yeah, okay, I see that. Thank you. Giving us a little bit of insight there is Rick Frederick. 2nd down coming up for the Altus Bulldogs. So don't forget, we want you to look at our website tomorrow to vote for OSN Player of the Week. We'll have 3 from the West, 3 from the East, provided by Bravado for the East Side representation. And you can vote for one of your 3 favorite players, OSN Player of the Week. Handoff up the middle.
Good job, defense.
Swarming defense by the Highlanders.
Trying to strip the ball out. Good job.
Everything you can look for is our top OSN plays of the week. Well, we got one from Carl Albert. That's our number 9 playing quarterback. He's the 2025 OU commit at quarterback to the University of Oklahoma, and he's got a great run touchdown that you'll want to see. That was already be featured as one of our OSN plays of the week. In the shotgun formation, Brody. Delayed snap count, back to pass, then the blitz. Screen is
make a good tackle.
Connected, and that was a great defensive stance.
Good job. Gets them on 3rd down. Now brings up 4th down, about 4. They're going to have to punt here.
Yeah, because Gribble, who's now into the receiver's motion, coach says, yeah, we got to punt it away here. A much more disciplined Altus team as we've seen, in years past, when they were really kind of suffering. I mean, I think the future is bright for them. They've got some juniors playing in these positions. I think they're not too far away of putting this together, even though their record doesn't indicate it. Punter will stand back at his own 1. 2 return men, Dominic Collins, Bo DeLong, almost at the 50. Rugby-style kick looks for the defense high, deep, and away. Bounces at the 50. Rolls at about the 46-yard line where it will be down there. And the Highlanders will take over with $1:36 left to go in quarter number 3.
So with that rugby-style punt, his defenders are basically down there at the returner before he even punts the ball. It works out really well for him.
Yeah. He just got great hang time.
Oh, yeah, he puts a boot on it.
Tipton, a barn burner, only up 26-20 against Ryan. Give you some other scores as we peruse through. Ponca City now leads Lawton 35-8. I guess there was some major turnovers in that ball game. Direct snap, quarterback keep, run to the far side of the field. Oh, and then tight ropes on the sidelines, and then gets roughed out of bounds after he probably gains enough for the first down inside Altus territory right outside the 41-yard line.
First down. Good job. And he kept that and he just kept spinning on the sideline.
Yeah.
And spinning and turning, and that's what you got to do.
Marlowe leads Lone Grove 14-7.
Just
and
moved
a
again.
flag on the play, and guess what?
We didn't snap the ball.
Macarthur, 5-yard penalty. It's at 1st and 15.
And we'll try it again.
Well, now 1st and 15. That's not really kind of where you want to be. Del City leads Macarthur 35-7 now in the 4th. Looking downfield, quarterback keep.
That's a busted play.
Yeah, just had to go nowhere. Gets back up some of the negative penalty yards, back up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he was confused from the snap because he was looking back at both of his backs going, which way do we go? And they said go right, go left, and he went right, and it was not good.
2 receivers, near side, far side, right back to pass. Lachlan looks so to throw, and it's going to be caught by Bo DeLong. Bo will get stiffened by 2 defenders at the 25, then falls down to the 24-yard line.
That's a first down. Good job. Good pitch and catch. Bo DeLong gets it up the field quick. That's what you want to do on those short passes like that. Get up the field quick to get that first down.
So they quickly go back to work with twin receivers. We got a fresh running back. Spin move twice from Mosley. Gets down to about the 20-yard line. Midwest City now leads Duncan 42-0. Elgin leads Ardmore also 42-0.
Big hole.
Another handoff to Mosley. Cuts back to the 5, then dives his way down to about the 2-yard line.
Good job. Good run. Good way to hit the hole hard. He runs hard.
It will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So it's 29-7. Macarthur leads. We'll be back with the final 12 right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
All right, welcome back to Hightower Stadium, Altus, Oklahoma. Altus Bulldogs. Fourth quarter, Highlanders lead 29-7. Comanche Home Center is your fourth quarter. With over 50 years of experience in the lumber industry, they provide building materials to do it right. Carpet One with floor covering products for the individual builder or commercial. Number 2, Southwest C Avenue, Comanche Home Center.
Maybe we'll see the Jalen Hurts push.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Huh? Everybody else in the world's doing it.
You got to have the right positions to be able to do that.
Got to have some big ones to push.
We'll line up right here. It's going to be a direct snap to running back. The Wildcat gets stacked up at the 1, and Hutchinson not able to get across. By the way, we did a clarification. That runner was Reggie Brown. He was 28 on the roster. He was wearing 29 tonight because I said that didn't look like a 4.
No.
That was not Mosby. Inside the red zone of an opportunity for a Tracy Green red zone. Buying or selling your next home, Tracy Green can take care of you every step of the way. Tracy Green serving Lawton and surrounding area. Tracy Green Properties, call 580-284-9364. Direct snap again. It gets away from him, has to pick it up, and then he's taken back. So an in-air snap to Jeremy Hutchinson in the Wildcat look. Strike number 2. And now we're going to say, okay, we're going to bring the quarterback back in, and we're going to not do this anymore. So Lachlan will come back in after 2 direct snaps to Hutchinson in the Wildcat look, and the second was an in-air, dropped, bobbled snap to Hutchinson. Clock rolls. Fake handoff, rolling to his right, looking, just going to throw way out of bounds.
Incomplete pass brings up
fourth down.
Field goal.
4 down territory unless you decide to kick it.
Field goal.
I agree.
Yeah, sophomore Miguel Martinez coming on.
So Martinez will try to set it to make 3, to make it 32.
Kind of priceless when you have someone that can actually get out there and kick a field goal. It's not every high school team does.
Yeah, that's true.
We understand that totally.
25-yard attempt coming up for the Macarthur Highlanders. The motion, ball down, kick up, kick on its way. It's got the distance, and this kick is no good. Wide left to make it right where it stops, 29-7. We'll switch it over and start again. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, so Xavier Bruth and Caldwell come off the side blitzes after that little break and the turnover with the field goal attempt. They get Brody way back, pin back with a sack, half a sack apiece. You share that. Makes up a 2nd down and 17 at the 10-minute mark here of this 4th and final period. And the motion,
nothing there.
Handoff, there's really nowhere to go.
Good job. Come off your block, get over there, get in the way, make him try to jump over you, and just grab him by the legs. It's a good job.
Don't forget Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV on your phones. If you're going to your store, Apple Store, Google Drive, just search the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free to download, free to watch. All the Brawl games that you can go back and forth to connect with us on Friday nights. Brody in the shotgun formation. Oh, back to work, back to sack, and it's about the 4-yard line.
Well, they just come on a blitz, and they just can't pick him up on the outside. They're just beat him to the punch. Macarthur just has much more speed on the perimeter.
Well, and you have a little bit less time. You can't. I don't know how much fancy rugby stuff you're going to get here. We're going to send some pressure, and you don't have as much space back there.
You ain't going to stand back there long.
They really have to get after this. They got after him.
What you think you're doing? You want to get your superintendent up here and say you're throwing water bottles down here and hitting people?
8:38 left in the game. The score is now Lawton Macarthur 31, Altus 7.
So 8:38. I'll be contacting your superintendent about this if you're working for Altus.
We have an injured Highlander down here.
Okay, so they'll tend to him. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hail damage on your vehicle? Look no further than Cars Hail Repair Specialists. They're locally owned and operated with certified PDR technicians and offer a lifetime warranty with zero out-of-pocket guarantee. They work directly with your insurance and they give a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Make sure you ask them about the $200 referral program. Cars Hail Repair Specialists. Give them a call today, 580-360-5050.
It's real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. It's called the Juice. And at Jersey Mike's, it adds that jazz to your sub. Add a flavor zing with the Juice. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
All right, back here at Hightower Stadium, 8:38 left to go remaining in this contest, 31-7. Injured Macarthur Highlander being tended to, taken off with a little bit of help. Kind of walking off as well.
Well, now you get a free kick. MacArthur's going to get the ball back here. Score here, and let's get it up 38-7, and then let's let this clock run out.
Well, I mean,
head back to
I'm all for the head. I'm all for the clock running out.
Let's return this.
Yep. So now we're gonna. So we get the safety, and then the free kick punt. It's going to be, man, he's got a good leg. Over. Oh, and that's going to get the roll. The roll forever, but Xavier's going to pick it up on the right, makes a man miss at the 10. Now the 15 to the 20, and then upended at the 25-yard line, making lemonades out of lemons. Xavier Booth. First and 10.
Just one heck of a good kick.
Man, it was, and look at where they kicked from.
Wow.
So the safety opportunity to put 2 on the board and the freestyle punt for your Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Before and after the game.
Yeah, I was really thinking Boots should have let that just go ahead and roll on into the end zone and get a touchback out of it. But
problem is you just don't know if it'll really roll all the way back. You might be on your 1-yard line.
So Dane Edwards in at quarterback. Going to be a handoff. Oh, boy, met right in the backfield. And a host of Altus Bulldogs almost took the ball away in the exchange from Jeremy Hutchinson.
2-yard loss on the play.
So a 2-yard loss on the play from your First Baptist East instant replay. Dane Edwards. Get a new play call. split backs and in the shotgun formation. Ride that one out. Oh, and we got a host of Altus Bulldogs again. They're just really running out of room. Coming here to the near side, over to Brown. Reggie Brown not able to get much there. So it brings up a 3rd down and 11 for Dane Edwards and company. And the clock will roll. And the clock will stop. Whistle dead. Josh Rushing said, come on.
That was my catch.
Come on, that was my duties for the Highlanders. The other thing is, too, you don't want to get too cutesy here with points because, you want to keep your 15 maximum points with your win if you go on to win in this district matchup on the road. High snap, gets that one away. Decent for Braden Brown. Bounces the 40. Now a Macarthur roll to the 30. And then they're trying to whisk it away with a little cool breeze to make it right out the 29-yard line.
29-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10.
6.5 to go. Oh, see the referee was trying to get the ball. He stretched out a groin that I couldn't have done. I would have been in trouble, like tomorrow. They got a busy job to do, and they're lacking officials. If you're looking into helping out with a great sport, contact the OSSA and how you can become an official. Love to have you.
And that's all sports across the board.
Yeah, I know.
And across the states, too.
Yeah, I know they're lacking. The low snap gets that one almost off the carpet. Oh, and that's deflected.
I think if he hadn't deflected that would have been picked.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Well, even some of the football games this year, maybe not so much like last year, but they were lacking officials. They were moving Friday games to Thursday because of lack of officials. In fact, they put a little thing to coaches. They say, be prepared to have your game moved to Thursday if this happens. So kind of shows you the position that they're in. Clock will stop at 6:29 remaining in the 4th quarter. Back to work. Oh, we came a little early. False start on the offense. So the Bulldogs are guilty of that 5-yard infraction. Don't forget, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have, and be thinking of it, Jay, our OSN player of the game. And we'll also have our post game. You can see that the tuba's back into it. They're playing, they've never been to Spain. It's their 4th quarter.
That's a Macarthur tradition right
there. Oh, it
there.
is. Oh, high and away.
Complete pass brings up 3rd and 15.
So it brings up 3rd down and 15. So, yeah, on Tuesday, don't forget our coaches show at the Hangout. Come hang out with us at 6 o'clock. You'll hear football talk for Lawton High, Macarthur, Eisenhower, Elgin, Cash, and Walters.
That tuba player's a junior, too.
Okay. Little band props to the Highlander Regiment over there on the south side.
Sorry, I had to catch that, man. It's one of those things that they do every game.
Yeah, I understand.
It kind of gets overlooked. It's
No,
pretty
but
cool deal.
we hear it. We pay some homage with it. Looks like a timeout is called. So as they take one, we'll take them more. Then we'll be back for this right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Back here at Hightower Stadium, welcome in on a 3rd down and 15. Back to work. Oh, Xavier Booth.
Sack. Right up the middle. I mean, he just comes free and clears.
Watch number 9 come right through there and say, hello, welcome. Really interesting score in 4A on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Newcastle and Blanchard. Newcastle trails 21-13. Start of the 4th quarter. Should be an interesting barn burner of a closeout of a game. A lot of nervous fans. That is in Newcastle. Punter will stand back at his own 2-yard line. 2 return men for the Highlanders at midfield. Oh, the ball skips. It hits the ground first, but he gets this one away. Dominic Collins will back up and let it roll as the Bulldogs will hover over it at about the 37-yard line.
So he's hitting that ball hard enough it was tipped, and it still went that far.
Yeah, that guy can kick. He'll be kicking somewhere else if he can just get his distance down. He can get him some really good training and get that distance down. He'll be kicking somewhere on Saturday.
So we have our OSN Player of the Week for you to vote on Saturday morning. They'll be up in the poll, a West Side Oklahoma poll, an East Side poll of the best performances in the shotgun formation. Well, that's a nice little fake to the pop and the handoff. Outside screen to the far side of the field.
Stayed in bounds. Let the clock keep running.
That's good. Just keeps that going. Josh Rushing, lone receiver on the far end. Lachlan in the shotgun formation. Handoff up the middle. Pushes the pile. Gets past midfield. Gets the first down. Move the chains. Stop the clock until they set the chains. I'm not call out his name. Now it's still number 29, right? So Reggie Brown still in. Running back, straight back to pass. Lachlan over to Dominic Collins, makes that man miss. Spin moves up to about the 41-yard line. Gillespie, he's just working all over the place. He had the return. He had the cover-up tackle. 4 minutes to go. Left to go here in the 4th period. Lachlan, handoff to Brown. Brown gets kind of caught up in the middle. But
I think that's Jefferson.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah, 27. So now we're getting a whole bunch of Malachi Jefferson, a sophomore, coming into getting varsity time. Little pass over to Josh Rushing, stiff arm. He's going to get past the first down marker, move the chains again. Now this is a methodical offense going down the field like they want. 3:28 and counting. Knocking at the door right outside the red zone for the Macarthur Highlanders. Handoff. Oh, we ran into a couple of blockers and said, hey.
Wasn't much there. He's like, somebody push.
We'll call it a red zone opportunity by Tracy Green, buying or selling your next home. Tracy can take care of you every step of the way, serving Lawton and the surrounding areas. Tracy Green Properties. Call 580-284-9364. Snap. Handoff up the middle. Boy, I like how he waits for a block. He kind of goes left and right.
Shifty.
Yeah,
he's shifty. He
shifted into gear to make it up a 3rd down and manageable, about 3rd and 4. 2.5 to go. Knocking at the door. Lachlan looks for the sideline for a new play call. And Brown will be back in at running back. Handoff to Brown. Tries to stretch it out. I think he'll get the first down. It's right there at the marker. Yeah, they say move the chains. 1st and goal.
First down,
No, it won't be 1st and goal.
Yeah, first down.
Yeah, but it won't be 1st and goal. They can get all the way to about the 3 to get another first down.
Right.
Right outside the 23. A little different angle when we're up here at this side of the press box. Kind of where we are. 1:55 remaining in this contest. Highlanders will go to 5-0 in the season, 2-0 in district play, and have 15 maximum points in both district games. On to Ardmore next week at Cameron Stadium for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Handoff, pushes the pile, gets down to about the 9-yard line. Flags fly.
Yeah, they should have flown.
Flag on the play.
Well,
Lachlan gets.
that was on us.
We landed into Lachlan.
Yeah, we blocked him. They blocked their guy into our quarterback.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I saw that.
It's
saw that in replay. Luckily,
it's a way to get hurt.
Yeah,
right
I know.
there.
Luckily, Lachlan said, "Okay, I'm good."
Did they call it against who?
Well, we sort this one out yet?
I don't think so. They're having a conversation here.
Yeah, I see that.
No, I think the White Hat has talked to everyone except for me down here. And they're still trying to figure it out.
I mean, this is a long conversation. Usually, okay, the players are already set to play, and the White Cap is still talking to Coach Reed. Half the distance to the goal.
Well, they're marking it off, but I'm going to tell you something. That's the wrong call.
Okay.
And I'm a Mac fan, but that is the wrong call.
Well, I think that's what Jeremy's saying. Wanted an explanation. I'm going to move the. That's it. Hey. Altus is going to call timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
All right, back to Hightower Stadium with a timeout by the Altus Bulldogs with 1:11 left to go. 2nd down and 2. They don't have to. It's not a 2nd and goal. They could get 2 yards and get a 1st down, but the clock on the game clock does not show what the yard marker shows. So one shows 1st and 10, the other one shows 2nd and 2.
You could do victory.
Take a knee, victory formation. That's what he said. We don't need to score, don't need to dump it in. There's no point in it. You got the win. You get the 15 points. Altus has one more timeout. Now, if they call timeout, then you would say, okay, well,
it'd be a different story.
Yeah, but they're going to let this go down. Take a knee, victory formation. Post-game show coming up, and then also our player of the game, so stay tuned. Take another knee. Final 39 seconds to go. And that's going to be it because it's 36 seconds on the play clock, 33 on the big clock. And they won't have to snap it again. We'll just line up at the 50 and call it a night.
31, Altus 7.
So your final 31-7 will be the final here at Hightower Stadium. The Macarthur Highlanders go to 5-0, go to 2-0 in district play, and will host Ardmore and the Tigers next week. So we're going to come back, have our post game, and our player of the game. We'll do that right after this timeout. Big Mac football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Here at Classic Lawton Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot, we'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle, top dollar for your trade, and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
All right, Hightower Stadium here at Altus. The Highlanders victorious, 31-7 is your final. Your post-game show brought to you by Ballard's Garage, family-owned and operated auto repair shop catering to you and your needs with flexible hours, willing to work with your schedule to get your car fixed right. Call for an appointment today, 699-2400, 699-2400. It's Ballard Garage, 31-7. Welcome into your post-game show where we'll have announce of our player of the game here shortly. And Rich Frederick will be able to interview Coach, and we'll talk to our player of the game as well as the celebration over on the other side of Hightower Stadium takes place.
We got Coach coming up here. Coach Manning, congratulations on a big win, district win. Tell us about that second half and how you guys were able to come out and kind of fire up a little bit.
Well, not very happy with the way we played offensively. You know, we got by tonight, 2-0 in district, and that's good. But that's about the only thing I can say about it. We got to do a lot better on offense if we're gonna when we play these better teams.
Yeah, the defense has looked absolutely outstanding, stepping on play one.
Yeah.
You know, the offense just got to get them rolling, huh?
Yeah, we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot and doing stuff that hurts our, kills drives. So we got to get it figured out.
Outstanding. Let's talk to this young man here, our OSN player of the game. Xavier Booth called his number before the game. Congratulations, Mr. Booth. Tell us about your game tonight, man.
We just came into the game knowing that we were the better team and just to stay consistent, just stay poised, because there was a lot of flags thrown out here, some that I can agree with and some that I cannot, but it was just staying poised, and I didn't really think much coming into the game just to execute and just next up on our district.
Yeah, you can't help those flags sometimes. You can't change that except for your attitude on the field. How did it feel getting that touchdown run to kind of spark things off for the Highlanders tonight?
It felt great. A little tiring because I had to get back on defense, but it felt great just to set the tone and let the rest of our team eat.
Yeah, once again, Xavier Booth, our OSN player of the game for the Highlanders tonight. Great job, Xavier. We're proud of you. We look forward to seeing you next week again. All right, back to you, Eric.
All right, thank you, Rich. Our player of the game was brought to you by Sovereign Bank, formerly First National Bank and Trust. We have a new name and a new look to empower your financial goals as well as serving our community. 2 locations to serve you in Lawton, 702 Northwest Sheridan Road, 6702 Quanah Parker Trailway. Member FDIC, player of the game, Xavier Booth. He called his own number. 9 said, I want it. He earned it on the field tonight, including a touchdown for a defensive guy. And your post-game show has been brought to you by Ballard Garage, family-owned and operated, an auto repair shop catered to you and your needs. With flexible hours, they're willing to work with your schedule to get your car fixed right. Call for an appointment today at 699-2400. Let's give you your schedule, and our schedule is brought to you by Morgan Stanley. I want to be able to thank them for their fine support, helping us with this season. Morgan Stanley, the key to financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more information, please visit their team website or give them a call, 580-354-7475, 354-7475, Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. So you kind of go through the forecast, and the very top 5, as you see, complete in the books. 5-0, 2-0 in district play is what Coach says. Back home at Ardmore, but circle this on your calendar, October 13th, going to Midwest City. Then we're back at home for a fall break Thursday against El Reno, and then at Elgin, that's just right up the turnpike on I-44. That's going to be a doozy. And then to close out with Noble and the Bears at home in the first part of November. Morgan Stanley and your schedule. So that's going to be our conclusion of this ball game. Jay, kind of a good outfit, 31-7. You get your win, get your 15 points. Everything looking pretty good.
Yeah, everything went, not exactly the way we would like to see it, but a win's a win. We'll take it.
That's what we'll do. So we're going to bid you adieu. Don't forget our coaches show on Tuesday at the Hangout. Join us there at 6 p.m. For Caleb Sherem, our camera operator, for Nathan Woods, our producer, for Rich Frederick, our sideline reporter, for Jay Burke. This is Eric Sherem bidding you a pleasant good evening from Hightower Stadium. 31-7, Highlanders with a big win at Hightower Stadium. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Boomer
Sooner.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.